Right, so it's definitely consistently cycling. My whole thing is, why does it keep cycling? I don't know. So let me get the gauges out. Maybe it's just cycling because it is low. That's on there. Let me turn the Schrader valves in. 40 go, we're at 40. Now, were we at 60?
I remember saying 58.
58 is 60, so then we're leaking. Let's make a little jumper. Okay, no, don't turn the car on yet. So what we have is now when it's just sitting like this, right? So now when it's just sitting like this, it's at 40 pounds in the system, all right? So that's enough, which we already verified with the meter, that's enough to trip this switch. But what will happen is the compressor runs, brings the low side pressure down when it runs, and it goes too low, cuts this off. I got an idea. Before we do the paperclip trick, right? Let's take this, and we're gonna put this on ohms.
I know ohms.
Right, so now we're open. You know ohms?
Mm-hmm.
You know Ohm's law?
I don't remember it, but I learned it.
You don't remember it?
What is it?
It's got something to do with voltage and resistance and...
Pull up a PowerPoint with it.
Alright, so if I get this on this low pressure, let's see what it gives me. Give me nothing. Let's go to the next mode. I don't know what all these modes are. I have to cycle through them. So it's closed right now because it's giving me no resistance across these two poles. Right, which we thought it would be closed. So start the car and turn the AC on. My tools are out of the way. Yep. Turn the AC on. Not gonna run, hang on. You on? Okay, so he's on. So he's on, and I jumped the switch. Alright, we're off. Okay, so that was right. As the compressor ran, it dropped the pressure enough to open the circuit. So that's why our compressor's cycling. So we got that one open, we got that one open, that's closed and that's closed. This is low on Freon now. So now the compressor seems to be working and we're low on Freon. Our only other variable is the electric fan's not coming on, which I have an idea on also. So we're at 40, oh now we're less than 40. I'm hoping some kind of thermal expansion, otherwise we have a leak that we haven't found yet. Which we probably do. Because I think we were at 60, weren't we? That was what, a week ago? A week ago I think we were at 60. So we might have a leak. So let's look for a leak first before we add Freon.
Ohm's law is the relationship between current and voltage, between current and resistance. Resistance equals voltage over current.
See, that's almost good. Good. See, so you're learning something in school. All right, let me get the sniffer.
The unit of resistance is ohms.
All right, so this is a cheapo.
Wheel cover on and then.
So that could be coming from the Schrader valve. So let's open these two off. So here, highest sensitivity, and then when I turn it down, it's still fast. So here, where do we see it here? Like right there, like that's the top of the bolt head. That's not a leak. So I'm not 100% convinced that we found a leak anywhere. We could try the spray bubble leak detection. Anywhere where the sniffer sniffs some, when I turn the sensitivity down, where if there was a real leak, it should be showing itself. So I'm gonna get the bubbles first, because we're hanging at 40. It could be because last Sunday it was 80 something degrees out when we were doing this. So
90.
yeah, it was like 85, 90 degrees. Today it's like what, in the 50s. I'm actually cold in a t-shirt. Low 60s, high 50s. So the temperature fluctuation, I don't know. Could that show us? So I'm gonna get the spray bottle, and I'm gonna use the soapy water method to see if we could find anything before we start adding refrigerant. No, you don't. So I'm saying you're not gonna learn anything if you sit in there.
Don't you gotta start it? See
No, because there's pressure in it. You don't have to start it. There's pressure in it. So this will start bubbling a lot. So we did that to see if it's the shaft seal, which would be real hard to see. But we're going to try anyway. Alright, and then we're going to go around these fittings here. I'm going to put a little bit in there, because we can blow that out. But let's see if bubbles form. Like those bubbles there, those aren't growing.
No.
Right? So if we just tap those bubbles out, right, and we're looking in there, all right, what do we got? We got bubbles forming?
A little bit.
Little bubble. All right, so let's keep spraying around. All right. The hose. We want to look for growing bubbles. Right, again, I'm going to spray some bubbles in here. Right, and now we want to knock the bubbles out, and we want to see if bubbles grow out of there. Alright, so we got nothing growing out of this one. We got bubbling in that one. So, where else do I have connections back there? All right, and let's see if bubbles grow. The only place I got bubbles growing is right there. And that could be why we kept getting a reading right here. Could have very easily been drafting down from that high pressure fitting there. So what we can do is try to tighten that a little bit. So let me, if you want, pop the camera off. So you can see in here, there's bubbles coming out. So now, can I take my valve core tool and just try to tighten it a little? Any change? Nope.
Nope, still bubbling.
Still bubbling. All right, so. But not much is too much. All right, so we got a little bubble in there, so I'm gonna try to reseat it. Right, and all I did by blowing in it was just try to get the soapy water out. Now I'm gonna fill it with soapy water, knock the bubbles down. We still got bubbles, right? So we got a bad high pressure. All right, so I think we fixed the clutch. I think that's a success. That shim I'm gonna put with my AC stuff, I'm gonna wrap it in some tape so that it's bigger because it's tiny, and I don't wanna lose it just in case we need to add it, but I don't think we're gonna. So the fan shroud, we're gonna have to try to glue that back together or order a new one. I'll probably glue that back together and order a new one. I'll put a link in the description below for the new shroud. They're about 30 bucks on Amazon. You get a knockoff and they actually fit pretty well. So we're going to try that. Clutch is fixed, but we do have a slight leak, which seems to be the only leak that we could find. I'm going to spray it down with bubbles one more time, just to see if we could find anything else. But at the rate that this is bubbling, and it's bubbling pretty steady, it's not a big leak, but I'm guessing a 20-pound loss or so in pressure over the course of a week, this definitely could be it. If it was a massive leak, we would lose it overnight. This took a week to lose 20, it didn't even lose it all, and it's bubbling. So the next step is going to be to replace that Schrader valve. We're just taking it one step at a time with this. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Any suggestions? Am I doing something wrong? Did I really screw up by using penetrating oil and brake clean on the clutch? I don't think so. It seems to be working. Let me know what you think. Clutch is fixed. On to the next problem. As always, thanks for watching.